The Great Pyramids of Giza rise from the desert like riddles carved in stone. Built over 4,500 years ago, they remain some of the most enduring architectural marvels on Earth. And yet, despite centuries of study, the questions persist. Could ancient Egypt have been ruled by being not of this earth? It sounds like science fiction. Mainstream color dismisses it without hesitation. But for millions, the idea is irresistible. The precision of the pyramids, the astronomical alignments, the strange figures etched in temple walls, the gods who descended from the sky. These aren't just myths, they puzzle pieces. And over time, they fed authority that refused to die. This isn't about claiming truth. It's about asking what happens when history met mystery, and when we dare to look up. Among the lesser-known artifacts tucked away in ancient lore is a stone tablet referred to as the Vinder Palamio. Its origins are murky, its content even more unsettling. Scholars struggle to place it within Egypt's official chronology. Why? Because the ruler it lists are unlike any pharaohs we know. Some reign span hundreds, others thousands of years. The tablet named kings who came from the sky and ruled before dynasties were even born. No clear dates, no clear identities, just a whisper from a time when Earth may have the answer to something else. This isn't an isolated case. The Sumerian king list also record kings who ruled for 10 of the thousands of years until a great flood reset history. The Turin papyrus found in Egypt similarly speak of gods and semi-divine being ruling the land before the pharaohs. Different controls, same strange story. Before human kings, there were sky kings. Were the gods, myth, or something in between? Across continents and centuries, ancient civilizations told strikingly similar stories. In Egypt, gods like Ra or Osiris were said to come from the heavens. The Sumerians spoke of the Anunnaki, celestial being, who descended from the sky and bestowed knowledge upon humankind. In Mesoamerica, the Maya god Kukulkan was a feathered serpent who arrived from above and later promised to return in shining glory. This wasn't rugged spirit. They were described in detail: glowing chariots, thunderous voices, tools that define the explanation. The knowledge of astronomy, agriculture, and engineering often surpass what you expect from ancient control. And so, the question grows louder with time. Were the gods, or were the visitors misunderstood through the myth? Few rulers in Egyptian history stir more controversy than Pharaoh Akhenaten, known for abolishing the traditional pantheon and worshipping a single deity, the sun disk Aten. He appended centuries of religious tradition, but it wasn't just his theology that raised eyebrows, it was his appearance. Sculpture and carvings show Akhenaten with an elongated skull, narrow eyes, long fingers, a wide pelvis, and a strangely feminine frame. Some historians attribute the look to artistic style or genetic disorder, but others suggest something far more radical. Could Akhenaten have been not entirely human? Theorists argue he may have been a hybrid, a bridge between humankind and something otherworldly. Tomb artifacts and birds depict him with features that don't match the norms of any known population. Even his children, including Tutankhamun, display unusual conical shapes. Was Akhenaten a spiritual revolutionary or the echo of an alien bloodline? The Great Pyramids of Giza consist of over 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing between 2 to 5 tons. They place with mathematical precision, align almost perfectly with true north, and mimicking the star of Orion belt. And it was all done more than 4,500 years ago. According to mainstream Egyptology, workers use copper tools, stone hammers, wooden sleds, and sheer manpower. Recent discoveries point to slope ramps and canal system, possibly used to transport the stones. But is that enough? Even with modern crane, recreating this scale of construction would be a feat. The cut are razor sharp. The joints between blocks are so tight, not even a sheet of paper can slide between them. So the question lingers. Did the ancient Egyptians possess lost technology, or were they helped by someone who did? Look from above, and the layout of 3 pyramids at Giza mirrored the star of Orion belt, not just in position, but in relative size and brightness. The ancient wasn't just stocking stone, they were building a star map on Earth. The Great Pyramid itself is aligned within 0.05 degree of true north, a feat nearly impossible without advanced tools. Its base perimeter, when defined by its head, approximate the value of P, a mathematical constant we didn't formally define until the millennia later. Coincidence or calculation? How did a Bronze Age civilization master such cosmic alignment? Could copper chisels and bare hands produce structures so mathematically perfect? Or were they working from knowledge that came from above, literally? What if the pyramids wasn't just domes, but power stations? Recent studies suggest the Great Pyramid may concentrate electromagnetic energy, especially in its internal chambers and base. Researchers from Russia and Ukraine model the structure and discover patterns that resemble wireless energy fields, resonating in frequencies eerily similar to modern communication technology. There's no copper wiring, no fossil fuel traces, just geometry, mass, and alignment. Could the pyramids have been designed to gather or transmit energy? We often image ancient Egypt as primitive, but perhaps they wasn't just stocking stones. Perhaps they were tapping into something invisible, something we still barely understand. Could they have harnessed energy from the earth itself or from the stars? Some relics from ancient Egypt define explanation. In the Temple of Seti I at Abydos, carving appear to show machines, one shaped like a helicopter, another resembling a submarine or futuristic aircraft. Are they interpreted hieroglyph or glimpse of something ancient Egypt shouldn't have known. Con, discovered in unofficial collections, depict the dish-shaped objects hovering in the sky. Horse, a forgotten symbolism. Then there's the material evidence. Jewelry crafted from meteoritic iron, long before iron smelting was widespread. There wasn't just decorative. Some pieces were worn close to the body, as if believed to hold otherworldly power. Most intriguing is the 2016 study of the Hypatia stone, a small object found in the Egypt desert, made of compounds not found anywhere else on Earth, and possibly older than our solar system. Were these relics of divine symbolism, or traces of contact we ever yet to fully decode? In 2020, tech billionaire Elon Musk tweeted just 5 words: "Aliens built the pyramids of verse." The internet exploded. Meme search, depended, and the Egypt government responded directly, inviting Musk to visit the pyramids and learn about their human builders. It was a light-hearted moment, but also revealing. When one of the world's most influential innovators casually floats a fringe theory, it says something about public curiosity. Musk may not have meant it seriously, but millions took it seriously enough to ask again. Could there be more to the story? Even in age of satellites and AI, the mystery of the pyramids still have traction, even among the minds designing our future. One of the more provocative theories suggests that ancient gods wasn't deity at all, but genetic engineers from the stars. Visitors who alter early human DNA, accelerating intelligence, creativity, and civilization. Pharaohs are cartoons, elongating skull, narrow limbs, in unusual proportion, have full theories that he wasn't entirely human, but a hybrid, a living experience. Today, we have crypts, tools that let us edit genes with the surgical precisions. If we're capable of reshaping life now, what might a civilization thousands of years ahead have done with us? The question lingers, what if we wasn't just watched by the gods, but crafted by them? The ancient Egyptian king lists are among the most studied documents in history, but they are riddled with gaps, erasures, and anomalies. Some pharaohs were deliberately omitted, others were later sketched out. Why? Then there's the Turin king list, which include a time before human rulers, an era where gods and demon gods governed Egypt for thousands of years. Historians often call this mythology. But what if it's something more? A fragmented memory of a time when Earth's destiny was shaped by hands not entirely our own. These missing chapters might not be lost, they might be buried on purpose. The deeper we dig into ancient Egypt, the stranger it becomes. How could such knowledge, precision, and cosmic awareness emerge so early? Why do so many civilizations echo the same story, being from the sky, offering wisdom, then disappearing? Maybe the pyramids are more than tombs or temples. Maybe they're messages left behind for a future civilization, ours to finally understand. This isn't about replacing human brilliance. It's about expanding the story of where we came from and who might have helped us begin. Do you think aliens built the pyramids? Or did this all a myth? Let us discuss in the comments. Share this article with your friends who are fascinated about ancient mysteries. Follow us for more deep dive into forbidden archaeology and alternative history. Keep questioning, because sometimes the truth is stranger than science fiction.